Our morning starts quietly in Tarangire, but today's journey will take us through changing landscapes, lovebirds in the wild, lakeside surprises, and finally a new home in Karatu. So stay with us as we say goodbye to Tarangire, explore the lush forests of Lake Manyara, and end the day with a warm welcome in Karatu. Hello everyone, welcome to Cat Couple Chronicles. A new day begins, and this is our last morning in Tarangire. What an incredible experience Tarangire National Park has been. It has given us so many beautiful moments, from wildlife sightings to beautiful landscapes, and we are really grateful for it. Right now, we are on our way for breakfast. After that, we will explore Tarangire a little more until noon. Then we will continue our journey towards Lake Manyara National Park, and from there we will head to Karatu Village, which will be our home for the next 2 days. Just like yesterday, the sky is covered in clouds again, and the little swifts are already up and about. It feels like the park is slowly waking up around us. Let's see what surprises this new day has in store for us. Ouch! I guess we are not his favorite tourists today. The cloudy sky gives the park a completely different mood. Everything looks more dramatic, but the low light may make bird photography a little challenging.
Red and yellow barbet. It's a female.
It's a female of red bishop.
Dans la voie.
Let's try to follow.
They are sitting there, right?
They just moving. Do you see the palm tree?
Where is the vulture?
Do you see the palm tree on the
Yes.
left side?
Yeah, we saw it yesterday. Yeah.
Hawk.
Yeah.
We saw one in Arusha and another one at the
National
lodge.
Park.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's still not full grown, this one.
Who is here?
Babblers are always full of energy, moving around noisily as if they are constantly gossiping about everything happening in the wild. These birds are really funny.
most spoken phrase. What is that?
How beautiful these purplish pink feather like plumes are. These are most likely African fountain grass.
সব জড়াপিষ্টি করে বসে আছে একা একা।
Should I pull back?
No. We have stopped at one of the picnic areas inside Tarangire National Park for a quick bio break. And as I mentioned in my earlier videos, the bathroom facilities here are also very clean and well maintained, which feels like such a blessing during a long safari day.
Is here.
One sec.
Okay.
How beautiful the Tarangire River looks from up here, especially the way it bends and curves through the landscape. I only wish there were some animals around right now. It would have been so lovely to watch them by the river from this viewpoint. And once again, we come across a lone tusker. Fortunately, this time he is not standing on the road or blocking our way, so we can enjoy watching him from a comfortable distance.
But flying.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
It's for Suma.
Yeah. Shama could take the still and now video. Well, I'm very bad at. But at least I could see.
Yeah.
দেখো পাখিটা কত ইম্পর্টেন্ট। Just something.
We just heard the call of a lovebird, so we are waiting here to see if it shows up. Until now, we have only seen lovebirds in cages, so the thought of seeing one here in the wild, in its own natural habitat, feels really peaceful. And look, there is the pair of secretary birds. Do you know why they are called secretary birds? The name comes from the long black feathers at the back of the head. To early European observers, these feathers look like the quill pens that clerks and secretaries once tucked behind their ears. Pretty interesting, isn't it?
Cool.
So it's a family of 5.
Yeah, it's a single family. Jimmy shot it.
There are some birds. We are now heading towards the exit gate and will continue our journey to Lake Manyara National Park. It should take a little over an hour to reach there.
No flatting this time? Sorry? No. She looks very serious. I was like, I should shut my mouth.
On the way, we see many roadside shops selling beautiful handicrafts. These are all made by the Maasai community. We also pass by Maasai huts. Since the Maasai traditionally need to be ready to move whenever required, their homes are built to be temporary. Interestingly, it is not the men who build these houses. The women take charge of this work. They use natural materials collected from nearby areas, and the huts are usually circular or oval in shape.
Difficult to play the game.
No point playing.
So you have to make an exception that
We have now reached the entrance of Lake Manyara National Park. But before we begin exploring, we will first stop at the picnic area and have a packed lunch. Five species of hornbills can be seen at Manyara National Park, and we have already seen 3 of them elsewhere: the African grey hornbill, Wander Deccan's hornbill, and the southern ground hornbill. So now we are hoping to spot the remaining 2 here, the crowned hornbill and the silvery-cheeked hornbill. Keeping fingers crossed. Do you notice how this forest feels so different from Tarangire National Park? Tarangire is known for its giant baobab trees and wide, dry savanna landscapes. But here in Lake Manyara National Park, everything feels much more lush and green, with beautiful mahogany and fig trees around us. Of course, acacia trees are common in both parks, but the overall feeling of the two places is completely different. Lake Manyara is also famous for its tree climbing lions. Hopefully, we get lucky and see them too.
I see you guys, you're following us or we are following you?
Yes, from here, where are you going? Hornbill.
Yeah, those are hornbill. They're studying us, now they relax.
My focus is now on Hornbill.
Get it. Oh my God.
Moving again. Wow.
Fantastic, yeah? You got it in the photo.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay.
If you go to the right, then I'll try Kingfisher from a little bit further. Okay, that side because it is just
Exactly.
one.
It's
Very true.
That's nice.
The water level is very high here, so we are unable to go further on this road. We have decided to take a different route and try to get as close to the lake as possible. Over the last few years, the water level has risen quite a lot, and because of that, several picnic areas and roads inside the park have been submerged.
And
In front of it, you have the lapwing actually. Clover.
spawing the lap. Where is?
All the elephants are on it.
There is a hippopotamus in the lake, our very first hippo sighting of the trip. This is definitely one of the highlights of the day.
Look at the way he's looking at us.
Very dangerous animal.
Let me know if you want to move.
Okay, I will.
Nice.
You know, clear. Feeding on the insect. Oh, too fast.
I think I got it.
You got it? You see the bill so heavy.
Okay.
Just not handled again. Not bothered at all.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
And here comes today's roadblock, a lone tusker. Wonder where he is heading and how long he plans to keep walking on the road.
Unless you are very close.
Are the male and female, do they look similar?
Just the same. But the male has longer, bigger cascule
Yeah.
compared to female.
And there is our fifth and final hornbill, the silvery-cheeked hornbill. What a nice feeling to complete the list here. And here is a blue monkey. The ones we saw earlier at Tarangire National Park were actually a different species.
Don't worry, brother, it happened. Prepared.
Continue করলাম না আজকে।
The southern ground hornbill is the largest hornbill in the world. Unlike most other hornbills, it spends a lot of time walking on the ground. It is carnivorous and uses its strong, heavy bill to hunt snakes, lizards, insects, and small mammals. Sadly, this species is classified as vulnerable. One of the main reasons is its very slow breeding rate, as they raise only one chick every few years. Habitat loss is also another factor. And with that, we say goodbye to Lake Manyara National Park and continue our journey towards Karatu Village. It should take us around 30 minutes to reach there. It was really satisfying to see the hornbills here, especially completing the list. But sadly, the famous tree climbing lions did not make an appearance today. What a wonderful welcome from the staff at Farm of Dreams Lodge in Karatu. And as we make our way towards our cottage, we spot these beautiful lovebirds. Such a lovely little surprise after a long safari day. And we have reached our cottage. I'm at the private lawn of the cottage now. Come, let me show you the room.
Startling with it.
The day ends with an energetic performance near the swimming pool. And finally, we come to the end of another beautiful but long day in Tanzania. Our day began with one last safari in Tarangire. Then we continued to Lake Manyara, where the hornbill sightings made the visit very special. Finally, we reached Karatu, our home for the next 2 nights. Now it is time to rest and recharge, because tomorrow is going to be a very big day. We will be spending the whole day at Ngorongoro, where along with birds, we also hope to see the big five. We have already seen the African elephant and Cape buffalo, so fingers crossed for the rest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.